Hello and welcome back to more. I swear I was about to do it again. Slide 3 Honor Among Thieves. Last time we finished up Dead Men Tell No Tales, and we will be diving into the final chapter of the game, Honor Among Thieves.
I
want to say
haven't
finally,
beaten
but
the
it really
game.
hasn't been that long.
I haven't beaten the game yet.
All these memories, they just bring me back to the same place. Getting crushed to death in the fist of some genetics experiment gone wrong. Not the way I thought I'd go out. Shame, really. Now that we've got this big gang, more like a pack of misfits. Either way, we've become a team. We had some real potential there. Could have pulled off some big jobs. We were so close. The door to the Cooper Vault was opening. But that Dr. M, if there's any justice, he'll get his. I just wish I'd seen what was in there. A stockpile of my family's accomplishments. Would I have measured up? What would I contribute? Would my father have been proud of me or ashamed? Funny, but here I am at the end, and suddenly all I can think about is what a coward I've been towards Carmelita. I never took the next step. Looking at Bentley and Penelope, it's clear what life is about. If Carmelita was here, I'd tell her straight out how I feel, and quit playing around. Put our professional differences aside and see if we can make it work. That'll never happen now. I can't take this crushing. Just let the pain stop.
That's only half true. He is addicted to something. It is a video game, just not that one.
Which one is it then?
I'm not answering that.
Is it that one? Alan Schmalin. So basically, there's actually more to the story in the prologue. I know, isn't it crazy?
Yeah, go figure.
Lieutenant Wong, get your squad together. We're about to
This entire time, I thought that Sly Cooper was dead, and we were just gonna watch his death.
Yeah, just ignore the fact that there's the fourth game, you know?
I mean, it's called Thieves in Time, though, so it clearly has time travel in it.
Oh yeah,
So,
of course.
That means they just went back
so we
in
got
time.
We get a boss right off the bat. There's gonna be a lot of those this chapter, by the way. This is something of a glorified boss rush, except... Is it a boss? It is, but we haven't fought any of these bosses before.
Not well, I mean, you could still call something a boss rush just with new bosses. I wouldn't even call this really a boss rush itself, because you are doing missions before you do bosses. There's only really, like... I guess there are bosses at the end of every... It's more of a boss after every mission. I'm trying to do some Master Thief challenges here personally, just to get a gauge on how difficult some of them are.
But mind you, he still hasn't beaten the game, so he doesn't know all of them. Of course.
Yeah, no, I never beat this game. As a matter of fact, I've never seen this part of the game at all, and what I said about the whole boss rush thing, I don't know.
Obviously, yes.
Because I never beat the game. Nah, I beat the game. I got all the upgrades and everything, so.
No, the sad thing is I'm actually kind of tempted to go for that 70 ships ranking, even though it does literally nothing.
Yep, there's a ranking system for destroying a ton of ships in the last chapter, chapter 5. So now that's the easiest boss.
You harpy witch! Why are the police invading my home?
I'm here to see that justice is done.
Justice? I'm the victim here.
Yeah, why is the police at his home? Good question.
Thieves.
Yeah,
Looked
yeah.
to me like you were attempting to murder that man.
That man, please. You know this is Sly Cooper. You're as transparent as you are narrow-minded.
I mean, you were trying to murder him, though. You could have just been like, it was self-defense from the start.
I'm no lawbreaker.
You could have tried that angle, yeah.
First things first.
He said self-defense now, but you can't say self-defense afterwards.
Sorry, Madam Cop, I don't trust you. As
And then she's like, you know what? It kind of makes sense.
thrown you a long, long way.
And now he's like, you know what? I'm gonna beat you up. It's like, but why though? You could have easily talked this through.
When no one will ever find her.
If you really wanted to go down that route.
Hopefully, as if she could ever jump that far. Make some of the bosses so much easier.
I can't believe this idiot just brought it.
I mean, she can't jump that far.
He looks just like his father, and he's just as dead.
She's a superhuman. She's not even human.
He's alive.
That's how much of a superhuman she is. She's not even human.
We'll get you back to the
Of
ship and
course.
patch you up.
That's how humanity works, right?
Of course? Question mark?
Maya, what's 2 times 2?
22.
Correct.
Sly's gonna make it,
Okay.
although he's suffered a major concussion. If he were up and about, I'm sure.
Now, what's 3 times 2?
His family case.
22.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, what's 500 times 2?
5002! I get
That's
it!
an electromagnetic boom.
You did it, Mayo. I'm so proud of
Yeah.
All
you.
around the island to snag approaching metal boat.
That'll be $50 for my services.
She's right. Get too close.
Imagine
and
you ever
your
actually go to
island
math
will
tutor like that. It's like,
magnetize to
hey,
the
you
side.
did so well.
That's an excellent idea, Guru. You're the only member of the team who doesn't carry metal equipment. If you can convince some of the local sharks...
My name is Sly Cooper, the Fabius Raccoonus. Now, this mission is
Cooper's
probably
also
the
unconscious for the time being.
only for now. This is probably my least favorite mission in this entire chapter, FYI. Poor Guru. Just takes too long. It's kind of like the one in chapter 2 with the scorpions, where it takes a little too long for my liking.
Keep going. That way? Okay.
It's really weird. You have to mind control like all of the sharks for some reason.
Yeah, yeah.
I really don't understand that.
I don't mind that angle. The angle I mind is these mines that pop out of nowhere. They give you almost no time to react.
Okay, yeah, those are annoying too.
That'll drive those sharks into an attack frenzy.
I must admit.
Nice work. Find some more sharks and keep at it.
That's the shark that's... Yeah, that's one attacking it. Good. And of course, I keep the one that's already damaged, of course.
Of course. Of course, of course. Of course, of course, of course.
That's all of them. Everybody follow me!
This
Go
is
to
the
Cool Kids Club.
only... This is also the only mission here that does not have a boss at the end, I think.
I believe so, yeah. I don't think Guru really has bosses.
You're a force of nature. Aided by nature.
They relegate it to
What the?
slightly
Please move.
more
Okay.
people, man.
Stay cool, Guru.
Yes.
Looks like the defense system has intensified.
Only slightly, though.
I still to this day have no clue how to dodge those. I just...
The little
Yeah.
like buoys.
Yeah, they just
Right
attack
as they-
wherever they want.
Right when they explode, they like do a shockwave in the ground, so you have to like jump out of the water.
Why didn't Death Runner go up? It was working in the chest recording!
It was. That's the funny part.
Okay, there. Went up there. I guess it just died. I'm sorry, what were you saying?
So basically, you can actually, you can, what's it called? Fuck. Sorry, frick.
I know some of them you can jump over, like that first one I got, for instance. That one attacked the side.
Yeah,
it didn't attack.
So they do like a. I learned because I thought you couldn't dodge them either. Like I couldn't figure it out. It turns out they do like a shockwave attack. That's what the buoys do. So like when they explode or whatever, or the equivalent of an explosion, you what's it called? Like you have to jump. You have to jump, and then you'll like dodge the shockwave.
Well, yeah, but what I'm saying is like the first time it attacked straight on the left, nothing on the right, and it was really high up, so you couldn't jump over it.
Oh, I don't know then.
What the? Okay, and missiles now. Great. Where am I even going?
Concert Road, take me home to the place.
I think even just this ship. Come to think of it, like, cause I don't know where this island is supposed to be, but I know Chapter 5 was like in the Caribbean.
Pirates of the Caribbean. Speaking of the ship, I'm surprised that we have the ship. Didn't we get like totaled in the last chapter, essentially?
I mean, I know the Fui ship was. I don't think we were.
I think both did, because we thought we outsmarted him, but he technically outsmarted us.
Ah.
Yeah. I think that's like basically what happens. But he does give us props for trying to outsmart him. I do remember that much.
Yeah, I haven't gotten that attack I got the first time. It's weird.
But Mayo, you never get anything.
Okay, that's everyone.
Chicken tendies?
And there it goes.
It's okay.
Well, the longest missions. Well, nah, actually, the mission after this one is fairly long.
I'll have Penelope prep Dimitri for the
They're all kind of lengthy missions, actually. Come to think of
Yeah.
it.
I mean,
This one I think is just the most like boring.
when you really think about it, they actually aren't that long, except for like maybe the last 2 or 3.
Leave your shark friends behind. They freak me out.
Yeah, that's fair. Or
It's
is it
just
fair?
so much explanation in a lot of them just being really difficult, so it's really easy to fail.
Pretending to slide. He wanted me to prep you for the mission.
Oui. The turtle dude makes sounds on a scuba.
La Fouille. I miss La Fouille. Can we have La Fouille?
Your plan is
Nah, I'd rather have Dimitri.
My plan to get you alone in a swimsuit?
We have Dimitri.
clean, my lovely, and play your cards straight. These are dangerous waters, and I'm a big
I mean, I'd
What
write
if
it
I
off,
told-
but we have Dimitri Panda King in the gang now, so you know what? Anything's possible.
What if I told you Dimitri is my least favorite character in all of Sly history, and I prefer the Crocodile Witch?
I would question everything that you've ever said.
salty language from such sweet lips. I'll dive, baby.
I don't know why I have all the characters I remember. That's one of them. I feel like Mayo's like, it's probably like the least memorable character in the series, but alright.
Nah, there's at least Boulder and Ruby. At least I can remember her name. Although, to be fair, I think mostly just because her boss battle's awful.
Who would you say is the least memorable character in the game? I guess, or series that isn't from Sly 4, because Sly 4 came out at a time different from the original series.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, a lot of Sly 4 games would hit that mark, but,
Yeah. I don't think it's fair, though, to
It's
put
probably
Sly 4
Rally.
in that much.
who
Who's
was
he?
the frog the first game?
Oh, God. What did he do?
Exactly.
No, no, really. Can you elaborate? What did he do?
He was just there. He was
Was he
first
a
boss
boss or
material,
demon?
that's it.
Oh, he was the boss. Okay. Huh. You know it's bad when I had like literally not a single clue who you were talking about.
Alright, well, time for another boss!
No bosses allowed. Bosses are banned in this category.
Aw.
This is a pretty difficult. You have to still shoot him.
Yeah, I was trying
Wait,
to.
you get eaten? Oh, I was hoping there'd be like an inside section. I
You
like
want
this
to turn
battle.
into Echo the Dolphin Japanese version?
Yes. At least you can see the shockwaves way better on the PS3 version than you can in the PS2 version. It could have been an emulator problem, but the shockwaves were really hard to see for me.
I know in PS2 they're perfectly fine to see too, so probably was emulator.
I mean, I guess they were fine to see. It's sometimes they were just a little weird. It seemed like they were a little weird, or sometimes it seemed like I shouldn't have got hit, but then I ended up getting hit or something. This might actually be my favorite boss of these sections of the bunch, though. I think the true last boss is probably my favorite, especially because after I learned how to fight him, I felt super duper good.
I'm still not, even after all these years, still not 100% sure how you're supposed to. Like, I can do it decently well, which is good because there's a Time Master Thief challenge for it, but...
I'll tell you. I don't know if I do. I don't know if I did it the right way. I'm going to tell you the way I did it. When you get there, after you try a few times, obviously, if you're struggling and stuff, because he is pretty hard.
Yeah, easily the hardest boss in the original trilogy for sure. Possibly the whole series.
Possibly the entire universe.
I wasn't even eaten yet!
Possibly the entire worldiverse. Possibly the entire chicken tender.
Yes.
What's your favorite flavor chicken tender?
I didn't know they had flavors. There's a whole world I didn't know
Neither did
about.
I. It's like the pasta all over again.
Someone say pasta? Underground... pasta? I need pasta.
I want like them to make, even though they're never ever gonna make another Sly game, I want them to make another one. And it's all based on the underground pasta ring. I mean, they could have ended the series totally fine after this game.
I mean, if you asked a lot of fans, they probably should have. Honestly, I'm one of those people. I don't hate Sly 4, but 3 ended really well. It was not asking for a sequel at all.
3 ended with the... It ended expecting the series to be done.
Yeah, and meanwhile, 4, spoil this much, it ends on a cliffhanger that we're never going to get an answer to.
Does it really? Do they really
Yes,
end it
it
on
does.
a cliffhanger? Oh my lord. Maybe that's what the movie was supposed to sort out.
Maybe, but never happened, so it's a cliffhanger.
If so, just that's a big oof moment right there.
Yeah, for that reason alone, I kind of feel like we probably should have just stopped at 3. Like, we would have been better off ending on 2 or 1, because those were more conclusive. At least those didn't have cliffhangers.
Wasn't Sly supposed to have a TV show also?
That TV show has technically never been canceled. It has been in development hell for ages now.
Or Sucker Punch.
To be fair, Sucker Punch has been busy with so many other projects ever since this game.
True. Also,
To be fair, I think the chances of Sucker Punch going back to Sly is higher than Naughty Dog going back to Crash, for instance, or even Jack. But I mean, like, at least Sucker Punch doesn't seem to outright despise their history of Sly, like Naughty Dog does.
To be fair, like almost no one who worked on the original Crash series works at Naughty Dog anymore. So
Yeah, Same thing with
Both of you
Jack.
are my magnificent. Yum yum. Give me
Like,
some.
the same is true for Segment 2, but again, like, they at least have some mullings over it at least. So they don't totally hate the idea. They were just too busy. That's why they had things that are overcome for. Really, they did have some supervisors over there, though.
Also, I was gonna mention this during the cutscene with Dimitri talking to what's her name, Penelope.
Hmm.
I couldn't tell if he was hitting on her or if he was just saying Dimitri words.
I think he was saying Dimitri words. I don't think he was hitting on her at all.
Quit your worrying. I could feel fine.
I don't think so either, but it's in such a weird area where it's like the way Dimitri was talking, it's like I can't tell if he's like just saying Dimitri stuff or if he's like trying to be flirtatious or something. Like I genuinely was struggling to figure out if how like if Dimitri was literally just being his good old self or not.
Yeah?
I mean, he was being his good old self, right? I couldn't tell if he was trying to be like, "You're a babe, I get the babes."
Siphon their power and fry the tower's matrix.
Of course.
Perfect. Let's get your car onto a drone patrol pipe.
Not to
Also,
be
rule number 1, get over yourself.
What in the world are you two talking about?
And rule number
Explaining
2,
would include a lot of
seriously,
money
get over
work.
yourself.
I think I'll show you.
Bring on the demo.
Panda King, can you launch my RC car to that pipe?
With the fireworks.
My favorite part is he never got over himself. Because he's
Of course
Dimitri.
Fly, bird. Fly.
It's because he's Dimitri, aka the greatest character in video game history.
Okay, so, I mentioned there was a mission with the cars after the fact. Even though we lose the, yeah, this is it. Although we do get some bumpers on the side now to compensate.
This mission's meh. A little too long, but it's not that bad.
I mean, it's pretty quick if you know what you're doing. I clearly don't.
But I don't know anything. I'm stupid. I'm stupid, Mayo. I know nothing.
Also, this is another one where I remember there being a really bad Master Thief challenge. Like, I know this one off the top of my head.
Of course. Probably timed related.
I think so, but I'm not entirely sure. I feel like it might be something like they increased the damage you take or something like that.
Well, luckily you get to refill your HP with the thingies. So
Scratch one radar.
this Master Thief challenge I'm doing right now sucks, but
Which one are you doing, assuming it's not something that haven't done in the story mode?
you have to possess 5 guards in a row.
Oh, I think I know the one, and yeah, that one's poop. You saw my luck with the
No.
sharks, and the sharks are basically stationary.
Yeah, and you gotta get them without touching the ground, so there's no time limit, but you can't touch the ground. I had this really big problem, which I'm gonna tell you about when the time comes. It's not fitting yet, but it is fitting. It'll probably come into play in the second part, honestly, not this part, because it involves Sly. And Sly, you don't get to play as him for a little bit. so-
I missed the...
Well, rather, let me rephrase that. You don't get to play as him as his Sly self. soon.
Yeah.
So you're gonna fly in a plane with him after this. I don't mind saying that because we're about to get there.
Clearly, Kingdom Hearts has taught us nothing but the art of spoilers. Clearly. You know, for anyone that even cares about spoilers for a game that's 15 years old.
To be fair, though, I feel like spoilers to this game or this series maybe sans like the ending cutscene
Number 2.
for people that actually care about the stuff. I don't think the story is this series' biggest strong suit. The writing is the strong suit.
I mean, yeah, especially for this game in particular. Two definitely had its highlights, though.
Oh yeah, they both do.
like again going back to that part in 2 where Bentley was trying to torture a general by tickling him. Basically anything with Bentley in it is probably going to be gold.
Bentley is the 3rd best character. No, he's the 2nd best character, tied with Sly.
Wait, then where does Guru sit? Because I thought Guru and Dimitri were going to be number 1 and number 2.
Oh no, I was just thinking of the main trio. The Murray is number 1, and then there's a tie between, the Murray gets his own slot. Now if I was to put everyone, I'll go from worst to best. I would say Penelope's probably the weakest. That one's pretty easy for me to be like.
Probably a safe one.
Yeah.
Doesn't help that she's. I mentioned this, Chris. Okay, I can't stop driving off the edge. I mentioned this criticism before, where I see multiple characters where it just feels like they're replacing Bentley, and she's definitely the most obvious in that regard.
Yeah. Agreed. But I would say she's probably the worst of the bunch. None of them are bad, mind you. She's probably the worst of the bunch. Panda King, I guess I'd probably put next. He has some good lines and stuff, but he's really underutilized, I think, is my issue. I feel like if they put more into him...
He and Dimitri came in way too late, unfortunately.
Yeah, but Dimitri's still awesome.
Oh yeah, at least Dimitri shows up before he joins.
I've rested long enough.
Yeah. Then I would probably put...
Understood. The biplane launcher, although untested,
Carmelita, she kind of fits the being a part of the team.
I mean, sort of, not really, kind of. I mean, she's a playable character.
Yeah. Sly's probably the weakest of the main 3 in this game, but he's still really good.
At least in terms of character. In terms of the gameplay, he's still number 1.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like,
in terms of character, though, yeah, he's definitely the weakest, I would say, in here. Not that it's even like, not that he's even like bad as a character. He's great. Then I would probably put. I think Bentley has the best of the 3 main people, so I'd probably put the Murray for him in terms of best to worst. But they're kind of like tied. But Bentley has so many good lines in this game.
Maybe I should insult his mother.
He also does that. And then Guru.
And that's the correct answer. Like, it's one thing that it's an option, it's another that it's the actual correct option.
As much as I do love the Your Mom things, my favorite is still the you have nothing nice to say at all, don't say anything.
Oh, that too, yeah.
Just literally just silently
pure silent treatment.
Yep. And then even after Mugshot gets the joke, he's like, you seriously have nothing nice to say? Or he's like, seriously, you have nothing nice to say? Damn, that's cool, man. Yeah. So this is really good. One of my favorite parts of the entire game, honestly. Chapter 3 is really good.
I'm gonna get my ammo back. Mind you, I'm almost certainly gonna die. Look at how much HP I have.
No, you're gonna live.
I can be sneezed on and die.
Achoo!
Ah, no, you jerk! There's 2 left somewhere. Ah! No, I'm not going after that one. I'm gonna crash if I try it.
He's gonna crash! God, I finally got all 5 of the stupid dudes. It took so long.
Oh, come on. I couldn't see past the smoke.
Sometimes I would dodge and, I still wouldn't dodge him.
Yeah, you have to dodge to the side. Dodging in place does nothing, and even to the side, it's timing based.
Mm-hmm. If you dodge too early, the turrets will also literally just turn on a dime.
They'll just follow you in your dodge. You have to wait till they're like really bright red.
Yeah, honestly, I basically, unless I was too close, I would just wait till they like shot this stuff because they would just turn on a dime.
That's an option
and just
too.
shoot at me.
Although that has its own risks.
Of course. Of course, of course. Of course, of course. Of course, of course, of course. Of course, of course, of course. Say it with me, man.
Of course, of course, of course.
100 egg?
100 eggnog?
If you're watching this video, no matter the time it is, we commend you eggnog. Have some eggnog.
As he should.
Yeah, that's why I'm suggesting everyone should have some eggnog. I don't care if it's not, what's it called?
We can use December. Have it in July.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't care what time this is uploaded, what time you're watching it, and have some eggnog. I'm getting a phone call.
Okay,
Hello.
let's go for these things.
Hello. Yeah. Okay. Bye. Hi guys, I'm back.
Hi.
Who's my stepfather asking me a question? I have to
I
sneeze.
see. Bless you.
No.
Oh, okay.
I bless you.
Good. That one just flew into nothing. Thank you for making my job slightly easier. I need some ammo.
It flew into the abyss. One time, Mayo flew into the abyss. And then the abyss looked back.
It was scary? Probably?
Yeah.
Another one killed themselves off screen. My counter just randomly went up from 8 to 9.
Yep. That happened to me once too. I don't like this mission either, to be fair. Well, I don't like... I think this is my second least favorite, actually. Because sometimes I swear, like, the dudes wouldn't die. Also, they can kill each other and it doesn't count, and that bugs me. It happened all the time. Like, they would kill each other
Yep,
right
like...
before my very eyes.
To be fair, they have the shields.
Yeah, but they would still kill themselves.
Or okay, that one from 13 to 15, so that time it did count.
Wow, lucky. Lucker. Did I ever tell you the
Maybe you're
story
just
about when I
unlucky.
would call... Maybe. Did I ever tell you the story of when I used to call my sister a lucker?
I don't
We used to
think
use
you
that.
have.
We used to use that as an insult to each other.
But being lucky?
Yeah. We'd call them luckers.
Fascinating?
Yep. I had a weird childhood.
I can tell.
You want to know the
Okay.
weirdest part of my childhood? The fact that I wasn't even a child! Whoa! I've always been an adult.
What are you talking about? You've never been an adult.
Mayo, don't out me like that.
Okay, where's the last one? It's hiding somewhere.
Mayo, don't out me like that.
I swear it's probably tailing me, and I can't turn around fast enough to check. And you have no camera control either.
Nope.
Oh, there you are. Sight through the smoke.
That's the last of them. Oh boy, here comes the big guns.
Oh, and another boss! Who could have guessed?
Like whales.
Whoa, this one's a weird boss. I died once to it. It's not really hard though.
It's really easy to die, but it's really easy to beat. It's one of those bosses.
Yeah, pretty much.
So good, so nice. Tiny felt what it's like to play second fiddle. I am the master here.
Yo, I just proxied in this game.
Stop hunter tagging!
I'm not. I'm doing a Master Thief challenge where I had to beat up people.
Rounds for Dr. M. It'll work just fine on him.
You're not even shooting those with your missiles. I'm surprised.
I didn't realize you could.
But this
I
is
was
the-
dodging. Also,
This
I
is
don't
the-
even bother here. I just got outside the bounds.
Oh, you can do that? I mean,
Yes,
I never
you
got
can
hit
do
by
it.
this thing. I always just found it really weird.
Yeah, no, don't bother. It is so much easier just going out of the boundary. You can still get some side shots in here and there.
It's basically, honestly, he's basically positioned in a sense where you can always shoot him and you never have to really move your ship to dodge this stuff. I've never understood why this is a thing. It's just weird.
I mean, this whole chapter's weird.
What do you mean? They're trying to get into the Cooper Vault.
I mean, all of the weird creatures you have to fight.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, that's his shtick, though.
Yes.
I bet you he's an abomination himself.
Probably is.
I'm surprised he hasn't turned into like a huge monster. Like a ginormous monster. I'm surprised he hasn't done a backflip. Wow. Is this even a challenge? This is a strategy Mayo told me to do.
What?
This Master Thief quote-unquote challenge. It's collect coins in the freaking second chapter
Oh, yeah.
with the crocodile with no time limit.
Yeah, seriously.
This is literally a strategy Mayo told
Yeah, as
everyone.
I mentioned for getting coins for the ship. Because, yeah, obviously the ship is better.
Yes. But the ship requires being in a lake chapter. That's the only downside. Quote
Yeah.
unquote.
To face. Paragliding over to that creature? You're out of your mind.
Now, what if I told you guys this isn't even the last boss?
Just like your father.
You don't know anything about me or my father.
Really? Well, who let you in on the secret of this place, eh? Was it my old pal McSweeney, perhaps?
Sweeney works for you? This was all a setup to get the cane.
No, my boy. Once upon a time, he and I worked together for your dear old dad.
My father wouldn't have run with a guy who tried to steal from the Cooper Vault, let alone attempt to kill his son.
Is this supposed to be a challenge?
Ooh, probably.
What?
Busy.
I
No.
don't know, something challenge?
Friends, equal.
Then why is it called the Cooper Gang, you self-centered egomaniac?
That's enough. Time to meet the past.
And we got the cane back, finally. Don't know if you noticed,
Yay.
but when I did that head dive there, they actually went through the effort of having him not have the cane. Looks really weird.
That's what we call attention to detail.
He was just face planting at that point.
Bentley, you there?
Yeah, pal?
I'm about to head inside the vault, and I want you and Murray to come with me. We're a team, a family. We should do this together.
Okay, be right up, partner.
Nice. We'll have the Panda King give the van a boost. Stand clear.
Man, why didn't he just give us the cane so easily? At least we get a singular use of the van.
Buckle up, Bentley.
We also get a singular use for Panda King in this chapter.
Yep.
And unfortunately, he's very underutilized.
We're never doing that again.
Why not? That was awesome.
Probably something motion sickness.
I mean,
You
he
would think
didn't
being
sound
in a
like he was
wheelchair all the
sick.
time, he would be used to it by now.
Yeah.
Well, this place is amazing.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Gotta be like at least 100.
So I heard you guys like Sly 1.
An archaeological
I
marvel.
mean, yeah.
Glad you boys are impressed.
How long has the party even
Looks
been
like
going
I'll have to
on?
Go on from here alone.
Not to mention, we're gonna have to split soon.
This place was built for you.
If anything, I'd split now and then have the
Well,
end
I
of the
can't
game.
now.
for-
It's been cutscene haven is the problem.
Well, the cutscenes are about to end in a second.
Like, unless
Once you get control of Sly.
mission is really short. Oh, if it's
Could
the
be
Sly
done.
one, then no, definitely not.
No, it is 100% the Sly one.
My ancestors sure knew how to decorate. Nothing but big piles of gold.
Yeah, this is without a doubt the longest mission in the game. I'm definitely saving this for the next part. See you all-
really long mission.
probably the longest one in the whole franchise. So, see y'all next time when we finish off Sly 3 Hunter Among Thieves. See, sometimes I can't say his name knocking Mark 3 drop distance.
Woo! See you guys next time. We do Sly 1, the mission.